Jashawn, what is up, King? Good to see you again once more. Do you have your tea today? Life Thoughts Shared. What's up, King? My moderators, you guys are the bomb. What have you got brewed today? I've got licorice. It's like a slippery elm, and I mix it with raspberry and pomegranate for my throat. Think the pollen in the air. Have a stuffy nose and stuff. I'm sneezing. Ah, you're at a kava shop. Nice. I see you can't get enough of the kava, huh? Sarah, first time I'm catching a live. Yay! Welcome to Here Now live stream, Sarah. Trenzetta. Hello. Welcome back once again. I love your work. Keep bringing more consciousness into this world. Anyone bring tea today? Tea for a little Here Now live stream? Just keep this right here. Get ready for a very unique experience, Sarah. Usually, right now, it's kind of just the beginning. It's Here Now live stream number 10. Number 10. I'm feeling grateful to have been able to share this space 10 times. What? And each and every live stream, it gets better and better. And what I am doing is having segments throughout each live stream. In the beginning is tea time for a bit. Get us integrated in the space, a little chatty before some breath work and meditation. The cat mug. You know what's so funny is I thought I grabbed it. I absent-mindedly grabbed this one. So I'm assuming that this was meant to be on the live today. A reminder for all. Wake up and be awesome. Wake up and remember you are awesome. How is everyone feeling today? How'd everyone's day go? Thoughts, feelings? Mine was pretty nice. A lot of energies I felt today. Heavy energies. Learning how to come back to myself. bringing awareness back to myself. So I'm feeling grounded. I think that's been an intention. Not I think, I know. It's been an intention for me this week, and it has been wonderful. Wonderful to see that change, those shifts. Transetta, feeling motivated. It's nice. Optimism, motivation, one foot in front of the other. This tea is helping, for sure. For sure. My day was really energetic as well. Yeah, feeling energies. I'm assuming you did quite a bit today, Transetta. You're in, I think it's that, we're in Capricorn season right now. Some of us may have just moved out of a space of not being in this activeness because there was a need to plan and really truly consider what our intentions were for what we're building and working on and putting our energy in. And I'm noticing some shifts. I would say a transition into a period of movement and action, because those intentions have been realized, they've been settled, they've been seen and understood. This is why it's so important that if ever you find yourself working on something and you may not feel motivated, it's probably because you need to stop for a second and think about the direction of your path. And once you finally find the intention that aligns most authentically with you, you feel that energetic motivation, right? That life force energy. You're just moving. You're just going because you're flowing, aligned with mind, body, spirit, aligned with your purpose, your mission. Yeah, you don't have to force it. You work with life. Sarah, I focus on getting things done that I've been putting off. So overcoming procrastination and tackling the day on. I hope to get better at that. Take your time, Sarah. It's so interesting, just as I just explained. You know, there's many reasons why we procrastinate. Procrastination comes from aspects of us not wanting to face an aspect of ourselves, or, you know, take your time. I'll tell you that life will wait for you, right? Your world will wait for you, right? The world, you have no control over the world, but your world will wait for you. Be with yourself, meditation, contemplation. There's nothing wrong with the little procrastination, huh? Only the mind thinks that. When you accept it, then you really start to feel that clarity. Yep, did a lot, but still have some more things to do. Got to record and upload my long form video of the day. Nice. Love the journey. Flow state. Jace, welcome back to Here Now live stream. Hello everyone. Hello to the chat. I love the community on here. Positivity, encouragement, support, community. Community is needed more than ever right now. More than ever. Life thought shared, feeling heavy, but gotta keep climbing. The climb for me helps me transmute. Yes. I feel that. I feel that life thought shared. I find that I'm in a similar energy where I know it's that time to put one foot in front of the other. And if any blocks come up, or I would say, yeah, I wouldn't, what is it, a block? I would say more of an old conditioned pattern that arises within my mind. I know that it's important to be still, in stillness, so that I could see beyond the illusion and transmute. So I feel that. There's so many different aspects of the journey. Hey, the journey is the journey and the destination, you know? And so many aspects of the journey. We might be in different journeys, we might be in similar aspects, but ultimately it's really being here now. And you can feel out. You might be in a space where you know you need a plan. You might be in a space where you know it's important to continue to climb, like Life Thought Shared said, shared and transmute. You feel within. That is when you're awakening your intuition. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Right? Mistakes are divine intervention. Mistakes are divine intervention. What better of a way would you have learned that lesson? Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Often, when we make these mistakes on our own, the lesson is even deeper. We remember it more. It's stored into our mind, into our brain more. So we're able to trust ourselves too, you know? Before we get started, I'm just wondering, where's everyone from? I'm curious. I'm in Florida. Where's everyone from? Donovan, Faye, New York. Welcome to Here Now live stream. Nice. New York. Chase. It seems like I'm always trying to break old patterns. And just when I think I'm healed, life shows me I have more work to do. Isn't that life? If it's not one thing, it's another, huh? Darren, it's good to see you back again. Hello. Welcome to Here Now live stream. Chase, you're in Detroit. Okay. Donovan, Hawaii. Nice. Darren, Indianapolis, Indiana. Nice. Northern Cali, Transetta. Okay. All across the states. What? Might have to go a little slow tonight, which is great. I can already feel my throat. I'm going to be coughing just a little. Taking deep breaths, lots of stillness. But we're going to have a great Here Now live stream tonight, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Energy's already popping. Donovan Faye. I've got a nice cup of warm tea. 2 bags of tea, different flavors. One is slippery elm for my throat. The other is raspberry pomegranate for flavoring, because I'm not the biggest fan of licorice. A little tea time, a little tea time. Chase, you got fans nationwide. Here now, live stream community joining together across the state. Life Thought Shared, born in Honduras, temporarily in Jacksonville, Florida, going back to Cleveland today. You are a traveler. Life Thought Shared, a traveler. My 2-month adventure in Florida has come to an end. What an adventurer. You know, you are a honorary Floridian, I must say. You didn't just travel one aspect of Florida. You were in northern Florida, central Florida, and south Florida. Honorary Floridian, I must say. I'm glad you got the chance to escape the winter for a bit. Be sure you do some sun gazing, sunbathing, sun dancing before you head back to Cleveland. I give all of you props. Everyone who lives in a state that has heavy winters, you all are champs, absolute champs. This tea is everything I needed right now. If you don't have your cup of tea, I encourage you to go brew a little, because tonight we're going to have a chat. We're going to have a time. Alrighty. I really like when your friend's a life coach vid. That was funny and informative. I think that would engage more people. Thank you so much, Donovan. I would like to do more. It's a matter of, just doing it. Life Thought Shared actually helped me film that video. Very fun doing those videos. Very fun. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it was definitely a funny skit. I do plan on doing more of those skits. Because it's really nice to balance out comedy with these inspirational messages. They can be quite deep, you know? And there we go. They can be quite deep. And it's important to bring a little lightness, bring more lightness to this. It doesn't need to be serious. Even when we're talking about healing and things like that, it's nice to add the jokes. So I will be tapping into that more. It'll be a nice treat, you know? A little different from what I'm usually sharing. Up Sazan, welcome to Here Now live stream. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. I feel called to get started. Not that we haven't started, because we've definitely started. Wherever you are, get comfortable. Find a comfortable position, comfortable spot in your space. Find a position that you feel you could do a bit of breath work and meditation in. Let's integrate into the space. We all have come from different places. We're all definitely in different places, but we've just gotten home from work, or we're out and about. This is a way to integrate into the here now live stream space. Open up to receive. Open up to give, to share, to learn. I invite you all to join me in the breathwork and meditation. Let's start off with inner body awareness. Notice any tension within your body and release that tension. Scan your body. Start with your toes to your heels. Your heels to your knees. Knees to your hips. Hips to your chest. Your chest to your shoulders. Shoulders to your elbows. Elbows to your palms. Palms to your fingertips. Scan your neck to your jaw. Your jaw to your entire face and head. Bring awareness to your third eye and your crown. Give your entire body a full body scan. Bring awareness to your body. Awareness is love. This here is a practice of self-love. Take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Take a moment to notice how this breath work and meditation has influenced your state of being. Darren, feel the energy. Yes. Libra Nocturne, good evening. I hope you're doing well today. Libra Nocturne, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for bringing the positive vibrations. I ran out of breath. This is why we do breath work, huh? We do more breath work every day. We improve, connect to the breath. Our lungs, they expand. We build a relationship with the vital organs with our body. That's what I'll actually do the next Here Now live stream. We'll do a little inner smile meditation. Smiling to the vital organs in our body. They work for us every day. Our heart, our lungs, kidneys, adrenals, pancreas. They work for us every day. We got to thank them. Awareness is love. Awareness is love. How did that breath work? How does everyone feel after that breath work and meditation? I noticed a couple thoughts in the mind. That's all. Just noticed. Allowed them to be there. Feeling here. I'm feeling grounded. Donovan Faye at ease. At ease. Yes. Good to be back. Yes, Libra Nocturne. Awareness is love. Awareness is love. Alrighty. I feel a little more clear, a little more clear-minded and present. Chase. There we go. There we go. Checking in, checking in. I wanted to share a message with y'all today. The title of this live is Navigating Emotional Ups and Downs. And there are two specific concepts I'd like to share around emotional ups and downs that we experience throughout the day. Often, we experience certain emotions. Sometimes certain emotions aren't ours. Sometimes they are the emotions and feelings of those around us, and we have but we have received that energy. A little bit of someone else's aura has mixed in with ours. Our energy field and their energy field meshed, and we may have absorbed it. So our emotions are going up and they're going down, and we might mistakenly take that personally. We think it's our own emotion. We attach to it, and then we want to feel another emotion. We're feeling a bit sullen, but we want to feel sad. And now we're feeling a bit sullen and we want to feel happy. And now we're even more sullen because we're not happy. We're feeling upset. We're feeling angry. And we think we shouldn't be. So now we're frustrated because we're upset and we're angry. These ups and downs, we don't know what to do. These feelings of uncertainty. Something that is very common in the spiritual awakening process is experiencing the dark night of the soul. Has anyone here experienced a dark night of the soul? I know I have. Several times. Small and large. A dark night of the soul is when we find that the identity we once thought we were, who we thought we were, begins to tumble down. Tower. Our idea of the world we live in, we begin to question it. We may have chosen a certain path, maybe a career path. Maybe we're involved in certain relationships and we start to question it. And we're feeling this sense of meaninglessness, purposelessness. And so our world begins to feel dark. Our true identity is covered up. And within this space, right, what's most optimal in that space is for us to let go, to release. Because oftentimes within this dark night of the soul, we open up and we discover our most authentic path. We discover who we truly are. Many times what triggers this dark night of the soul, right? This moment where we begin to question reality. We question ourselves. We question who we are. What triggers it is maybe a disappointing event or a relationship, maybe a breakup. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you fell out of love with your job. And you begin to question the world around you. have some notes here. Like I said, the purpose of the dark night of the soul, really, two things can happen actually when we experience dark night of the soul, right? We can either use the experience as an opportunity for the evolution of our consciousness. What that means is we use this as an opportunity to express ourselves authentically, truly recognize who we truly are, so that we can live a life that is most aligned with our purpose, with our mission that we feel we're here for. Because without that, we end up attaching to the goals and desires of society, right? Something that's very common within society, goals that are common are having nice clothes, right? Fancy cars, a big house, relationships, right? Lots of money, mega rich, right? And we begin to think that that is it, right? So if every day we wake up and we work towards that, okay, then we'll be happy. That's the idea that we get in our mind. And what can also trigger a dark night of the soul is actually reaching those things, getting all of those things, obtaining all of those things, and still recognizing that there is not a sense of fulfillment. So now life feels purposeless. It feels meaningless, right? Also, what can happen in the dark night of the soul is instead of breaking down those identities, one second. Oh gosh. Instead of those identities being broken down, instead of us allowing ourselves to be most honest with ourselves, right? In contemplation and meditation, being most honest with ourselves so we can truly see ourselves, because it is very painful in that aspect. We do suffer in that aspect. That is suffering, right? Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. And if you experience it, that's a form of suffering because of the resistance and the attachment. But what can also happen is instead of choosing to take in, the lessons that we're learning, to allow darkness to be our teacher, we instead build up walls. We more strengthen our identity, the ego. Instead of the ego dissolving, the ego may strengthen, right? That's an opposite of what could happen within the night of the dark soul. But when I turn it around and I speak mostly in terms of choosing to be there fully and see darkness as a teacher, we step out as our best selves, our truest selves. I even think for myself, right now, the first time I experienced the first dark night of the soul, I'll never forget. I recognized that the job that I was working in, it did not truly fulfill me. And each and every day I stepped into that job, I felt like it was meaningless. It was purposeless. What's the point of life? I went to school to be a speech language pathologist. I was working in a school as one. And it was nice. It was a nice job. It was nice. If you saw me from the outside, you would have said, Morrissey's got it together. She's got it together. Her own apartment, a car, salary. What? I saved enough money up to go to Japan. You say Morrissey's got it together. But the more and more I recognize that I didn't feel, right? I needed to feel. I wasn't passionate. I loved it. I liked it. It's still a great job, honestly. But I wanted to feel, and I wasn't feeling. I wasn't happy. I was thinking about the rest of my life, and I was like, how can I do this for this long? I'm not as happy. I want to feel deeper. I want to live deeply. I started to recognize there's other ways to make a living. And I can do that right now. I could do it from home. So then it became this back and forth, And eventually, that manifested in the dark night of the soul. A lot of resistance, a lot of having to let go of what others thought of me, right? That is many times a part of that identity that we hold on to. We don't even notice. When you have an intention to do something, to achieve something, to prove something to others, that's your motivation, right? Proving something to others, but that's not authentic. It doesn't allow you to express yourself authentically because your goal is just to prove yourself instead of just express yourself as you are, instead of be who you are. You have nothing to prove, no identity to protect. When you're in that state, that's security, that's confidence. You are aligned with yourself. But often, that's what we recognize in those moments, the dark night of the soul. Some of us, we don't have to go through certain sufferings in order to express ourselves authentically in maybe different aspects of our life. But it happens, especially on the spiritual awakening process. I feel in many ways it's humbled me to connect more deeply with the world. Truly, it has dissolved those identities that I no longer needed. We develop identities in order to survive, right? Throughout our childhood. I was thinking about this today. I was releasing so much today in meditation, tears flowing. Thinking about how in childhood, many times, we start to cry and we're told, suck it up, right? Don't cry. No tears. So then we hold on to that. We hold on to that identity of that we can't cry, can't release. And if any of y'all know, a nice, good cry can bring in so much wisdom, so much peace, groundedness, clarity, freedom. Whoo! That's the release we need. And I was noticing a habit where I had of feeling tears begin to come and I would stop myself. And so lately, my intention has been to notice that and to allow it to flow and allow it to release. And even if someone sees me, it doesn't matter. We all cry. Being used to that release. We have different steps of the way. You don't have to cry in front of others right now if you're not ready. But at the very least, take the time to release in front of yourself in your own time and see what channel that clears. That release, it clears the channel because it's releasing an identity. It's releasing an attachment. So now you have clarity to what to do to move forward. You're not covering up and holding on to an identity to prove something to others. Essentially wasting your time and energy. Living for others rather than living for yourself, right? Libra Nocturne. I've experienced Dark Night of the Soul several times too. I'm sorry to hear that you've suffered through this so often as well, but it has clearly spurred you on the step into greater truth. Indeed. And that is how we choose to see and perceive our life situation as an opportunity rather than a block. If ever you perceive a block, recognize that it's just redirection. That is all. I have been redirected several times. That's what I was crying about today. They were happy tears. Crying because I recognized why I was blocked and finally pivoted into the redirection where I was pointed to and recognizing the abundance that has always been in front of me, but I had not seen because I was so focused on that block. So focused on, I'm trying to get here. This way to happiness, this way to fulfillment. But it was actually another way. There was another path that aligned with me much more. And it was happy tears. One second, y'all. Allergies, man. Libra Nocturne. Oh, okay, here we go. Wow, interesting story about your career. Were you always a spiritual? Did the dark night of the soul push you towards this? So, during that time, it's funny. I always say it's funny. Everything's funny. During that time, that was a process for me. This was in 2018. And during that time, I had just started awakening. So not only was I going through my own spiritual inner awakening of recognizing who I was, right? And that all started off with my fears. I recognized my fears. And then that began to influence my thoughts around career. And that's exactly what happened. So for me, I felt like that dark night of the soul was more of a catalyst for me to be here right now. I mean, it's 2023. That was 2018, a couple years ago. But it definitely redirected my entire life. You talk about a paradigm shift. Woo! It was an insane turn. I love that you spoke to authenticity. We often spend so much energy in managing our inner sufferings and how we present. And even though presentation has its value, it can create a dangerous line. Indeed. When we're constantly trying to present to the world a certain identity, we forget who we are, right? I mean, hey, I say a big part of us coming here, right, is like for us to forget who we are, to remember who we are. But often we take on more identities. And when I say identities, all right, it has to do with an accumulation of our beliefs, our habits, roles in the world, right? A role. So your role could be a mother, a teacher, a daughter, a friend, career-wise, just roles. We attach to these aspects of individuality. And it's not to say that we're not living this life as an individual. We definitely are. But when we get so consumed in certain identities, we've forgotten that we're much greater and that we're living a life in this expressing consciousness, right? We are all, each one of us, are an expression of consciousness experiencing life through each and every one of us. Each of us here right now on this live, we all have different things that we enjoy doing, different things we enjoy, different things we dislike, different lives. We've grown up differently. Consciousness is experiencing life through each and every one of us. And so the reason that you are here right now and Here Now live stream is somehow you are remembering. You have remembered. And your energy has attracted to this space. And we're all sitting here learning to let go, to shed. We're actually figuring out like, whoa, so that was a dark night of the soul. I didn't even recognize that was a dark night of the soul. I didn't even recognize I was being tested. I was being initiated. Another way I'd like to call that, right? Initiated into your purpose because you were somewhere else, distracted. Distracted by the distractions of this world. Dark night of the soul pulled you in. Hey, let me show you who you are. That's a shock. And that's why we suffer. Because we're like, whoa, everything that I thought was true is no longer true. What is the point of life? Between our true identity and who we are, maybe the world would perceive us to be on a surface. Crying is so beneficial. We don't cry for no reason. Emotions that need to be released. Yes, that's it. What's important here on our process is shifting the way we see these behaviors, these very natural aspects of what it means to be human, to live in this form identity, right? This is a term that I learned, a form identity. Right now, this is a form that we're in, right? And it's an identity. And I literally Just forgot. It escaped me. The thought escaped me. Yeah, we don't cry for no reason. Yeah, and this is a part of it. Feeling every emotion on the spectrum. Feeling it, right? And we come into this world, right, with a mind. We come in here feeling emotions. And there's not like a specific class on how to create a connection and relationship with our mind and our emotions, our body, our spirit. There's not anything specific. So we go around every day and we work on based on what we have been taught by the world around us, right? This is our society. And now, right now in this space, we're learning to build a healthier connection with our mind. Be kind to your mind, right? And when we're aligning with it, we're agreeing with it, there's no resistance. And that's when we feel this sense of calm and peace. There's no need to escape the I, the individual. In fact, needing to escape the I or individual actually creates more, I would say, mental activity. It creates more ego, right? It's a matter of allowing, of being here fully. That is why we are here now, live streams, being here now and fully accepting who we are in this moment. And this is the more acceptance you have, that harmony, right? That flow, harmonizing and co-creating with the universe. That's when we allow ourselves to expand our awareness. We give ourselves the opportunity to expand our awareness. And when we cry, we're giving ourselves the opportunity to expand our awareness. Shifting our language. Even when I speak, right? There's probably some terms you hear and you're like, I don't know what that term is. Never heard it before. That's why I do my best here to define them for you so we can all have a shift. It's a shift in it's a lifestyle shift. We didn't come here to be like everybody else. We didn't. We came here to live a deeper life, a simpler life. We're living deeply. We're learning that our goals, what we once thought we wanted, we realize it doesn't allow us, we don't feel true fulfillment from it. And so we're here together. We've resonated with this space and now we're learning, we're growing together. Libra Nocturne, yes, blocks can be distracting because it takes form in the foremost part of our mind. So glad to hear you speak to redirection. That's where power and reclaiming your power and inspiration exist. Beautiful. Yes. It's learning with that redirection to let go and shift. One thing I learned about painters and artists, an analogy, if anyone's an artist here, it's not being afraid to start over. Not being afraid. You might have this blank canvas. You probably worked on it a little bit. You start working on it and then you realize, I don't connect with this art as much as I did in the beginning. I actually don't connect with it. Now it's having that awareness to say, you know what? I'm just going to start over. I'm going to do it another way. I have a new idea. And when we get too attached to that initial idea, we begin to suffer. Too attached to that initial identity, the initial role, who we thought we were, too attached, we begin to suffer. But we're being redirected. We're being shown that we're something greater. We're beyond. We're meant to experience life in a more expansive way. Each moment more meaningful. Enlightenment, intimacy with all things. As we shift and become aware, right, a part of the spiritual awakening process is deepened connection. Therefore, intimacy with all things. You begin to feel. You begin to connect to insects and plants, animals, people. And right now in this time, that's being accelerated, especially with technology. I'm able to connect with y'all. We're all across the states right now, huh? We're able to connect. We're able to feel. We're able to deepen our relationship with our reality and ourselves through building community. The uva grape, welcome. Time to take notes. Be kind to your mind. Acceptance, harmony, co-creation, expanding awareness. So much wisdom in this. Indeed, indeed. Right? No problem. And if you find yourself in this moment experiencing a dark night of the soul, what's most necessary is number one, right? Accepting this moment as it is and recognizing that darkness is your teacher. It's your teacher. It's not a villain. It's nothing to be villainized. It's showing you something. Something that's happening in the dark. It's showing you something. And when you accept this moment, and when I say accept, right, it doesn't mean to not do anything, be complacent, not necessarily. It just means at the very least accept that this moment is. This moment is. Instead of seeing this moment in the way you want it to be, you accept it as it is. Instead of seeing this moment as you think it should be, accept it as it is. Accept yourself as you are. Instead of thinking you should be someone else in this moment, you say, this is who I am in this moment. That's it. Find a place of solitude, quietude, and give yourself the opportunity to be real with yourself, honest with yourself. No more trying to prove yourself to others. What is it that the visions that arise in your mind, what are those visions? Have you ever thought of how it is you truly like to experience this world? Are you open to that? You recognize, hey, I realize that the goals I once had, those aren't my true goals. So what are they? Boom. Right there is simple. You don't need to figure it out. Just asking the question puts you on the frequency of receiving clarity and understanding and knowing which path you should go. We don't need the answer right away. Just asking the question is enough and leaving it alone. Recognizing that experiencing the joy of being is enough in this moment. Right? I saw this quote. You don't need to be more, right? You don't need to be more. You just need to be more. It's much better understood when you read it, right? You don't need to be more than you are right now. Just be. Being in that state of relaxation, right? You're relaxing. That's allowing yourself to receive. That is acknowledging the feminine energy that flows within you. Sitting back in the surrendered state. Surrender is letting go. Surrender is allowing. John, much love. I appreciate the energy exchange. Much blessings, Morrissey. Keep blessing the world with wisdom. Thank you, John. I saw you working hard on Instagram, training others to live a healthy life. Continue to walk in your purpose. This world needs you. Unbarred Mind, peace and love, family. Welcome to Here Now live stream. Ronan, welcome to Here Now live stream. Darkness is your teacher. If you find yourself in a space where you're alone, it's because you're meant to be alone so you're not distracted. So that you can focus in and even if having to confront certain past conditions, it might feel scary. That's the first word that comes up. You might be afraid to confront that, to revisit that. But this is the importance of sitting in non-reactivity with thoughts and emotions. Because when you are consistently giving yourself the opportunity to be non-resistant, you recognize that those stories are just stories. They're not real. They cannot hurt you. What is there, what is timeless, what is always there is that awareness. It's consciousness. It's always there. The same awareness that's been there since you were since you were 3, 5, 7, 14, 15. You get the deal, right? A young adulthood. You get it. It's the same awareness. The more you step into that dimension of being, the more you allow, the more you surrender, the more you flow, and you are in harmony. I say, thank you, Dark Night of the Soul, for the lessons that you have given me. You have shown me. Gratitude. Much gratitude. There's one more concept I'd like to share with y'all tonight. Something new I've learned. And I find that this concept will be very helpful when it comes to expanding what it means to be here now, right? Here Now live stream. We come in this space to expand our present moment awareness. So each and every day we shift. Each and every day we choose to step out of the mind and into the present moment. We choose to step out of that imprisoned thinking, that limited thinking. Right now, right here, there's something called, I just learned this and I'm loving it, divine discontent. Has anyone heard of the term divine discontent? Divine discontent, the definition. When we compare what we are to what we have the power to become. It's this restless dissatisfaction with what is. It's divine because the discontent with what is eventually leads to making things better and better. Right? When we experience a sense of divine discontent, it's not this deep sense of suffering. It's not existential like the dark night of the soul, but it's more of noticing that what you're doing and where you're going, it's not fully aligned, right? Transetta, when your conscious is not aligned. Yes, right? Not aligned with what you're meant to do, your purpose. You came here. You're like, man, this isn't right. And I know I could be going on this path. And what ends up happening is you feel this discontentment with the moment, with where you are. You're unhappy. I felt that incredibly on this YouTube process. That adjustment, that shifting my intention, my purpose. This whole year, it's been a journey. Not the whole year, but all of these years. My first video I posted in 2019, and boy, has that been a journey. And boy, have I felt that divine discontent. I knew I was in my purpose, but often I felt like I wasn't aligned. Not being congruent with your conscious. Sounds like something I read on the Blessings in Discomfort. Is that a book on Barred Mind? Donovan Faye, I like the stream, super chill, good vibes. And whenever you smile, makes me smile. Thank you for what you do. Gotta go. Peace out. Donovan Faye, thank you for your positive vibes. Much love. Hope to see you back again. Divine discontent. It's another sign. It's a sign to say, this moment isn't what I would like it to be. So I'm going to shift, right? For me, this concept, right? It's a reminder that we're not meant to just be complacent, right? I think the word is to stay idle in what we're doing. Whenever you hear the term, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, but you're feeling divine discontent. What's that meant to do is allowing you to, at the very least, first step, align with this moment so that you can take the steps to shift your life situation in the way you would like it to go. So you can step in the path that you would like to walk in. It's just a sign. Discontentment is a sign. Our emotions, they're signs. So instead of taking them personal, we step back, we observe, and we say, a shift must happen. A shift must occur. I notice that each and every day I'm doing this, but it's not fully aligned. I don't feel it fully, and I'm not living deeply. Right? Of true and full awareness that you can go beyond what you're doing. And that right there, it's another teacher. Life is a teacher. Everything's a teacher. Everything is teaching us. And so when we treat these moments, right, our emotional ups and downs, the dark night of the soul, divine discontent, when we step back and allow ourselves space and solitude, quietude, go find a tree and meditate under that tree. Be there fully. Hug that tree. Give it a big hug. Sit there. Be aware with it. Be honest with yourself fully. Observe your patterns. Shift. And naturally, you begin to shift your language, your ideas of the world. You begin to attract information and the wisdom you need, like Here Now live stream. You begin to attract the resources you need. You attracted that because you put out the question, you put out the call. You may not have noticed that you put out the call, but even just the thought, like I said, the thought, the question, you put out the call just from thinking it, that, because thoughts are energy. When you think it, that's the energy you emanate, and that's what you attract. And so when we are in deep contemplation, we can think about something. You know those moments when you think about something, you let it go, and then all of a sudden you receive the answer another time or day? Maybe even in the same day, right? It's because you were aware enough to receive it. You heard the call. You received it. You ever heard the term chosen ones, right? We are the chosen ones. We're chosen because we heard the call. Everybody has the opportunity to hear the call. We're chosen because we chose ourselves. And that's why we are the chosen ones. You chose to go sit under a tree and meditate. You chose to be honest with yourself. You chose to observe the mind, to notice the mind. So now you're hearing the call. You're having a shift in consciousness. Now, each and every day, you're living in the now. You're more present. Moment to moment awareness. That is where fulfillment lies. Conscious congruency turns confusion into clarity. There we go. There we go. Wisdom in this chat. A book called Just a Thought by Amy Johnson. All right, cool. I'm going to write that down. You know, I like Just a Thought. So I'd like to, I'm sharing these two concepts for you all to see and begin more to recognize that difference, Divine discontentment, dark night of the soul, emotional ups and downs, all right? Everything is an opportunity for the evolution of our consciousness, all right? We're going to dive more and deeper into these concepts. This is right here in an introduction into Here Now live stream. Right? New book alert. Thank you, Unbarred Mind, for sharing that too. For sure. Thanks for clarifying chosen ones. I've seen so much ego in this term as of late. That is such a great point indeed, right? Indeed. I've seen that. I felt that. that is what often creates what we call spiritual ego, right? We're in this space, and we are surrounded by wisdom, spiritual wisdom, but the ego instead uses it as an identity rather than us allowing ourselves to dissolve these identities. We become attached to this idea that we are, this identity makes us feel as though we are superior to someone else because we are spiritual. And when you're sitting in quietude and solitude and truly observing that ego's need to be superior, to be better, you recognize that, I'm going to let that go, right? Or just recognize it. There's not ever, whenever there is, you notice an attachment, don't worry about trying to detach in that moment. There are times when we can just detach. If that is the space you are in, happens naturally, huh? But if you're in a moment where you feel like you notice the attachment, but you don't just detach in the moment, just notice it and notice how it makes you feel. Because using the term like chosen one in the form of that spiritual ego, ultimately it doesn't feel good. It's just this need to step over others, to feel better in order to feel better about yourself, right? That's not true fulfillment. That's not the space where you recognize who you truly are. John, when are you going to write a book? You have so much knowledge to share. I do plan on writing a book for sure. I find that, and I think about that often. I was thinking about that. It'll happen soon. When it feels like that idea, it comes to me. Because I do have a couple ideas. But it's fun. The thing is that there's other things I would like to, I find myself more drawn to experiencing at the moment and living out at the moment. And I think a big part is exploring being a teacher as a speaker. But soon. I'm glad you asked. I appreciate you, John. I appreciate you. Deep, powerful, man. I love this chat. The vibrations here in this Here Now live stream right now, I'm loving it. It truly reveals to me that like attracts like. When I look at this chat, all of you, I feel like are mirrors of me. You, I'm a mirror of you, right? We're in this space where we're expressing ourselves in ways that not many people have these conversations. That's something that I notice. What I notice about sharing online is that there are some things that I think that is normal for everyone. So then I don't share it. And then I later on notice like, oh, that is actually, I should share that because some people aren't aware of it. Sometimes it's like, oh, I think it's normal because I'm like living in my world, and it's good to see that difference, I would say. I don't know if anyone's ever experienced that, but like recognizing like, oh wow, not everyone sees this way or thinks this way, and truly I'm living in a path that is authentic to me, that's aligned with me. You don't see people hugging trees every day. You don't see people meditating every day. So it's very nice to have this space. Right now, community is what we need more than ever. Right now, right? Being a teacher of presence is what we need more than ever. Right? We've experienced a couple of collective ups and downs, I may say. Especially these past few years. And for me, it was very apparent on how important community is. Depending to know that we can seek out others for help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to receive help. Seek out others for help. Others to be space holders for us, to release anything, to release our what we feel is arising and should be heard, and maybe allowing us to receive a different perspective of our life situation. Community right now is everything, and that is what is happening here in Here Now live stream. Like individual rays from the sun. We are all an emanation of consciousness. Think like the rays of the sun, the waves in the ocean. Emanations of consciousness. Take this moment right here to sit in stillness and take in what you have received. Take in any thoughts that may have come to you in this moment. What you may have been inspired by, inspired to do, inspired to heal. Take this moment to sit in stillness and observe it. I'm drinking tea, John. A little tea time right now. I have some allergies and it's helping with my throat. So do a little gratitude time. Gratitude, 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 gratitude. This is, second to last one. If anyone here is interested in plant-based incense, all right? Get yourself some natural choice plant-based incense. There's no toxins compared to most other incense. I am an affiliate partner, so when you purchase this, you're also helping me out. Honestly, this is my go-to. I'm liking it. This one, and I got the citronella. I meditate with this. For me, it creates a very nice environment. It's grounding. If you have not gotten, I encourage you to do so. And when you are on Here Now live stream and we do the gratitude segment, gratitude time, take out your incense. We're about to state what we're grateful for right now. In the chat, let me know in this moment. We just took space to be still with ourselves. What are you feeling grateful for? What are you feeling grateful for? Right now, I feel gratitude for health. I feel gratitude for health. Although my throat's a little scratchy, got some allergies, I feel grateful that I can move, I can walk, I can breathe. We can do breath work together. We can meditate together. I'm feeling gratitude for that, for health. Never want to take that for granted. I don't want it to be in a space where it's too late. Huh? Even then, it's all right. If that happens. Be here now. And the answer you need, you'll receive it. Once we share what we're grateful for, I'll burn this, put it right here. What's up, Libra Nocturne? What are you grateful for today? What are you feeling grateful for? Gratitude. A reminder of all that we have manifested. In this moment, you are living a manifested life. In this moment, you are living a life you once wish you had. A life you once wish you experienced. Gratitude takes us out of the mind and into this moment. It allows us to feel very elevated emotions with the moment. Gratitude gives us the space to feel a sense of intimacy with the moment. Enlightenment is intimacy with all things. Enlightenment is a state of being, right? It's nothing to strive for necessarily, because that is just the mind creating an idea, an identity that needs to be reached. You already are enlightened. We are all enlightened here. We recognize that the more we state gratitude and feel gratitude for this moment. Ronan, I'm grateful for the people that have assisted me. Community. Community. Knowing that you are safe, you are supported. There's something so beautiful about feeling supported in this world. Allows you to surrender. Allows you to express yourself authentically. Gratitude for health. Gratitude for those who have assisted us on our path. I definitely feel grateful for that. I'm going to plug in my laptop really quick. Unbarred mind. I'm grateful for more moments of seeing thoughts and feelings for just that and not who I am. Major inner peace with that. Inner transformation. Just the fact that you can notice thoughts and non-reactivity, that's a shift in consciousness, a major shift in consciousness. To be in that space. Libra Nocturne. I'm feeling grateful for you and for this space. My life, the breath in my body, the light that exists in us, the love between us in this world, that which connects. I'm thankful for these and more. Sean, grateful for understanding. Understanding. Receiving. Expanding awareness. It's so beautiful. Chase. I'm grateful for a roof over my head with heat, water, and electricity. My. Indeed. Indeed. Much gratitude for a home. A home. For a sense of privacy. So we can be hermits when we need to be hermits. Indeed. That is also when you state gratitude for having a roof over your head, heat, water, electricity. That's another aspect that opens up your root chakra, right? That aspect of that support and survival. So you're not in a survival state. You're thriving instead of trying to survive all the time, right? It's reminding yourself you have what you need. Don't be distracted by the excess in the world. You have what you need, right? Grateful for the resources that are available to me and the abundance that flows through me. Stating gratitude for the resources that are available. Just with that, you step into the frequency of receiving all resources you need. You've already recognized it, right? Where attention goes, energy flows. So when we allow ourselves to be in those spaces of solitude and we give awareness to gratitude and what we have, to the resources we have, we can focus our attention on that and it expands. We receive more resources. We have stability. Our decisions are not based in fear, but based in certainty, based in security, based in support and safety, where we can be free, we can be creative. You can't be creative in a survival state. You can't allow your mind to flow. This is why gratitude, Libra Nocturne. If you look closely, there are so many things to be grateful for that's worth reflecting on. Yes. That pulls us into the now, here now, being here now. Gratitude. Ashley Dominguez. Welcome to Here Now live stream. Thank you for your positive energy. Much love to you. John, what would you say is the most common obstacle for people to awaken? I'm going to answer that, John. Let me light this really quick. All right. Oh, yeah. That's so funny. I forgot that I sneezed. I said that because you sneezed, but yes, indeed. Blessed be powers that be you as well. I forgot I sneezed. That's so funny. Hey, Morsi, would you be open to sharing more on your channel about Yeah, honestly, that is such a great point, Unbarred Mind. I shared a lot about reality transurfing when I first started, and I will bring that back since you recommended it. Definitely. We've got so much to chat about on here. We could chat about anything. I'm gonna, it's all about learning more and sharing more. It expands, right? Where attention goes, energy flows. You share more. The more you share, the more you will have to share, right? The more we come on here, we just give, we give, we give. We're opening up that space to give more, receive more, right? Abundance, abundance, much gratitude, right? Everything we said on here, gratitude. Gratitude for understanding, roofs over our heads, resources. Gratitude for the people that helped us. Gratitude for health. Gratitude for a shift in awareness, the moments of seeing thoughts and feelings. Gratitude, gratitude. There's power in so much of that. So John asked, what would I say the most common obstacle for people to awaken? Man, common obstacle? Whoa. I think the most simplest is unconsciousness, huh? Unconsciousness. In order to awaken, to wake up, we must recognize some form of being conscious, right? This is why being in observation allows us to bring to light what needs to come to light, like shadow work, bringing to light what needs to come to light. Unconsciousness. And we can dive. There's so many webs within under that term that we spoke about this entire time. But yeah, I would say that for sure. Unconsciousness. Where attention goes, energy flows. I love this state of shifting back into the state of awareness in the present moment whenever needed. Throughout your days, I've got action steps for y'all. Action steps. This is something that I do with every single one of my one-to-one clients that I work with. They get action steps. And the action step for this Here Now live stream, I think it may have been the same before, but this is powerful. Come back to yourself, right? The beginning of this Here Now live stream, we did inner body awareness meditation. Whenever you find yourself in a space, you feel your emotions are going up and down. You feel there's like a chaotic chaos within your energy field, whatever it might be. Step out of the mind and into your body and feel it fully. Be grounded in it. There's a subtle peace in that. I'm sharing with you that there's a subtle peace. Don't look for the peace, all right? Allow it to arise. It's always there, right? Peace is your natural state. So throughout this week, between now and the next Here Now live stream, which will be Sunday, each and every day, come back to yourself. When you are aware enough, feel your entire body. Feel the groundedness of your body. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel yourself as an individual. You have limbs and legs. Whoa! Sometimes in moments of silence, we may feel as though we are waiting. waiting for the next thing to be said, waiting for the next thing to be done. Sometimes that silence can feel awkward because of the thoughts that flow through our mental fields. But when you shift your awareness and to experience being, your essence, your inner essence, you recognize that there's no need to wait. Just be. That's enough. That is sufficient. That is everything. Invite being into your life. Open up space for it. Invite presence into your life. Invite awareness into your life. Awareness is love. Sitting in silence, non-reactivity, it's all a form of self-love. Allowing yourself to feel your emotions and cry it out, release, form of self-love. Choosing to perceive the dark night of the soul as a teacher, darkness as a teacher, that's a choice for self-love. Gratitude, self-love. Awareness, we're expanding our awareness. Awareness is love. Thank you for sharing that, Morsi. I've been practicing since this morning, and it has helped me all throughout the day. Yes, in silence, we find tranquility, presence, peace. Let the harmony flow, and if it's disrupted, it's okay. You can reconnect anytime. Indeed. You know, even within that disruption, when you harmonize with it, you say, that's a part of it. That was supposed to be there. Yesterday, it was like a couple days ago, I was meditating outside by a tree, and my neighbor walked by with his dogs, and he was like, hello. And I was like, hello. And then the next day he was like, were you meditating when I said hi? And I was like, yeah, but it's okay. No worries. When you're in meditation, you're fully aware of there's an awareness, right? An agreement. It's okay. There's a loud noise, a car passes by, dogs are barking. Agree with the moment. I was meditating outside, so of course someone might say something to me. I guess if I wanted to have zero disruptions, I could have meditated in my room, but it was nice to meditate outside. It's very nice doing so because my neighbors see me more and I get to talk to them more. I wasn't doing that because I was in my hermit phase. So it feels nice to be able to commune with the people who live in my neighborhood. The disruption is a part of the moment. This is another form of what it looks like to be here now. Sure, you can meditate in a loud city by just accepting it. Now, to start off, that might not be optimal, right? We might want to start off in nature. But it's all about the awareness of our being, bringing back our awareness to us. If it's too much outside of the world, right? So let's say you're in a busy city and you're attempting to meditate. If it's too much, if you find that all of the what's happening and what's going on is distracting, it's just not optimal. You don't need to do it. It's just an idea. Because that distracts you. It compartmentalizes your brain. Your thoughts are here and there and everywhere. And that's why the more you bring your awareness in your body, it simplifies the moment, it deepens the moment, right? Simple and deep. So then no matter where you are, no matter where you go, you can feel that through more intention of sitting in that space and being in that space. You can recognize that peace that you are, that calm that you are, no matter where you are. And that's why it is possible to be in a state of peace amongst a hustle and bustle city. But it may take some more time, but that's fine. There's no need to reach a certain goal. Just be experiencing the joy of being. Unbarred mind, gratitude for the moments of stillness in this life. Libra Nocturne, so true. This is true harmony and acceptance. Yes. Yes, yes. This is what Here Now live stream is for. You come here. I might be a formal teacher of presence. You all go out in the world. You adopt this new way of being, and you become a light for others around you. A domino effect, or like when you drop something in the water and it ripples. It's a ripple. Your light shines. This is why Here Now live stream is so necessary. Community so necessary for us to come together. So necessary. Unbarred mind, true. It's all a part of the ever-flowing stream of objects moving through awareness. Ooh. Ever-flowing stream of objects flowing through awareness. I like oracle decks, y'all. So I'm going to pull a card for us. I'll ask, what does the collective need to hear? These cards, they read our energy. I like using cards because it is a reminder that we are not alone. If ever I'm in the space where I'm too caught up in the mind, I'm believing the thoughts, believing the emotions, taking them personal. It's nice to use tools like cards or listen to your favorite spiritual teacher, whatever it might be. But it's nice to use tools like this to remind ourselves that we are not alone. You may ask, how, Morsi, does oracle cards or tarot, how does that remind us that we are not alone? You'll find that the card that is chosen is the message you need to hear. How did you receive that message you needed to hear? How did you receive that message you needed to hear? It's because of the oneness, of the harmony. Your energy was felt and read. Each card, they have words, there's a meaning, there's a frequency in each card. The card you pick, it holds the energy of what you asked for, what you were meant to receive. So you pulled the card. Just as you cross paths with the people you were meant to cross paths with, you're reminded, I am not alone here. I am not separate. I am not separate. It may look as though I am separate in this individual form, this form identity. It may feel as though I am separate, but I am not. Not separate. I'm a part of the whole. One piece of something much bigger, much bigger, much greater than me. I pulled the card, it came up. Whoa, pulled the card, it came up. You guys are going to learn a little bit about Oracle today. Listen, I'm just learning how. I've been watching for a while. Others read cards. And what I love about the energy is the way a reader, I don't know if any of you are familiar with tarot readers and reading cards and oracle cards. I love the way they read the card and they receive these psychic messages. They're channeling in messages for whoever they're reading for. And they take every aspect of that experience as a message, whether it's a feeling they get, right? They might feel cold all of a sudden. Maybe they'll sneeze like me. Or every single thing, there's meaning to it. For example, I listened to a tarot reading, and the tarot reader said this was online. It was a pick a card on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever watched them. But she said that the deck that I had chosen, she had to film it the next day. And what she said before, and it's not normal, most of the time they film the entire video the whole day. But this particular deck, she had to film it the next day. And what she took from that was, if you chose this deck, you're having a fresh start. You're about to start into a new beginning. She started reading the deck, and everything that she was sharing was about that. Every word she spoke, every card she shared, it expanded more and more and more. And it was so interesting to notice that pattern of reality. I live in awe and bewilderment of reality, never bored, childlike. I live in awe and bewilderment. Live in awe and bewilderment. The more you awaken, you never get bored. There's something new to recognize. It's very childlike. This is why it's so important to allow our inner child to express itself. When we awaken, we allow our inner child to express itself more. And then we begin to look at the world like a child. Like, wow, this is how we have that state of feeling young, Some may say, oh, I might be this age, but I feel this age. It's just a matter of your willingness to be open and not always feel like, hey, you know the answer. Because when you don't always know the answer, you open up space to receive. And in that, you are consistently shifting your consciousness, learning new things, and it brings out a childlike feeling within you. Just as a kid who might have gotten a new toy, or maybe a new video game, or made a new friend, or was playing house, or whatever it might be, there's always something to explore, to discover. One second. I got a stuffy nose. This is a card I pulled. Passion. Kindle, glow, and spark. I asked the question, what does the collective need to hear? We can say, what does Here Now live stream need to hear? You know what I notice in this is that it's at night. It's nighttime. There's lots of glow. There's a moon. If you are, if you all are familiar with the feminine energy and masculine energy, feminine energy is more of nighttime. Masculine energy is like daytime, the sun, right? Because you work, there's creation, there's a doing, whereas in the feminine it's a rest, and at night we rest. This card, it gives off that that feeling of rest. It's at night. The full moon is right here. Also, the color blue, if you think about the chakras, indigo, this has to do with the upper chakras. So it's giving off intuition, intuitive, right? This is how we notice patterns and we receive. You'll learn a lot more on Here Now live stream. All right. I'm going to read this for us. What does the collective need to hear today? This oracle message is ablaze with enthusiasm and gusto. A spark of creativity ignites the power of passion within. Everything starts with inspirational awareness and a flash of spontaneous ingenuity. Tap into your intuitive genius to awaken and channel imaginative ideas. What? Tap into your intuitive genius to awaken and channel intuitive ideas. The Firefly Fairy sparks a soulful offering that brings countless blessings. Your alluring powers are fueled with the light of joy. Be playful, frolic, and have fun with the Firefly Fairy, and opulence will be a natural consequence. You have to start somewhere, right? This is the beginning of a beautiful new pathway of innovation. Inventiveness leads to artistic endeavors that inspire and motivate others. Persistence and passion pay off. Have faith in action and move forward with confidence to shine your creative light into the world. Consistent momentum ensures copious rewards. When working with passion, your intention is vital. Infuse your magical contribution with positivity, love, and fairy dust. Nurture your projects with tender, loving care to safeguard a successful outcome. Having the courage to birth and share your precious treasures with others. Have the courage to birth and share your precious treasures with others. Creativity is your birthright, right? Creativity is your birthright. So ignite your light and shine bright like the Firefly Fairy. Enjoy the journey with the devoted, loving heart. Glow, flow, and flourish, dear heart. Affirmation. I awaken creativity within me. Passion. We were just speaking about childlike, inner child, allowing it to be expressed. We're talking about some of us here are creators. In the beginning of this live, a few of us here are creating content, feeling this inclination to continue climbing the mountain and transmute all negative energies that may be holding us back. This right here is a sign to continue on. If anyone here is a creator, thinking about creating, thinking about stepping into a new space, this here is a sign to step into that playful, joyous, childlike aspect of you. To create, no boundaries, no limits. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Mistakes are divine intervention. What better of a way would you have learned that lesson? I was smiling while reading this. It definitely relates to myself as well. Have fun. Have faith in action. Move forward with confidence to shine your creative light in the world. We are all here, teachers of presence in some form, some way. Libra Nocturne, amazing. I received this message. One of my top 3 convictions for this new year is to fulfill my creative projects, bring them forth. I see this inspires you too. Glow, glow in alignment. Much love. Much love. May this year bring you creativity, space, awareness, presence. Joy flows through you. Much love, Libra Nocturne. What you do, joy flows through you. It's regenerative when you do what you love. You don't get as tired. You know you're following your intuition and doing what you love when you're not drained afterwards. In fact, what you do brings so much joy, gives you energy. Obviously, the body can physically get tired, and yeah, we're going to definitely need rest. But you'll know what I'm talking about. Many of you know what I'm talking about. Flow state, flow state. This tea is no longer cold, but I'm still drinking it. Gratitude for this. I'm grateful to be able to express my joy for Oracle cards on this live. It's fun. I have other ones too. I'll bring them out next time. The last thing as we close out. In one word, how are you feeling at this moment? How can you describe how are you feeling in this moment? What is your state of being in this moment? Check in, check in, check in, check in. Chase, relaxed, peaceful, and positive. Ronan Butchanan, light. El Chico, ready. Ready. I will say still. Ready, 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 ready. Libra Nocturne. Long story short, peace, turbulence, peace again, turbulence, and once again, finally, peace. That back and forth. It's a journey. It's a journey. It's a journey and a destination. Life is the journey and the destination. What? When you see life in that way, there's harmony. No matter what you're feeling. Dark night of the soul, divine discontentment, there's something. It underlies. We can feel sadness, but also recognize an underlying peace. Yeah, we are human beings. The being is that peace. That humanness. It's just us feeling every aspect of the spectrum of emotions. We're going to feel it. We're going to experience. That's what we came here for. To experience life in the world of form. We came here to feel emotions. Feel them. Through stillness. Shimmy. Dance. I'd like to thank you all for yet again another Here Now live stream. They're actually becoming longer and longer. Here Now live stream started out with almost an hour. Then it went to like an hour and a half. Now it's 2 hours. That means that what needs to be shared on here is being shared. The community is being built. The energy in here is everything we need. Thank you all for sharing your wisdom, your grace, your positivity here in this chat. You all are mirrors of myself. I a mirror of you. So much gratitude for this space and this moment. I'll see you all again this Sunday. Same time, 6:45 p.m. Topic to be determined. It'll be Sunday the 15th, 6:45 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. I'm sending y'all love. I'm sending y'all peace and continued presence. Take care of yourself. Make space to experience the joy of being. Rooted, grounded in being. Much love to you all. And I shall see you next time. Good night. Thank you to my moderators, Just Sean and El Chico. I appreciate y'all. Good night, El Chico, Libra Nocturne, Just Sean, Ronan. See you all next time. Peace and love.